Welcome to the Karyn Reece Show. I'm psychic medium Karyn Reece, along with my wonderful co-host Alexis Appia.
Hi.
So we've been having some phone issues, but we do get a lot of crazy things electronically here. However, funny story. Why don't you tell everybody about your story? This, you'll see why this.
I mean, I don't
relates.
think I'm in the minority here. For people my age who only honestly grew up with iPhones, I know you and other people watching are different than this, but we went to last year? No, 2 years ago, maybe. We went to Cartagena on Christmas, and we went to this store, I don't know, some store in Cartagena, and there was this old phone. And
Wait. When you mean old, can you describe what your definition is?
Well, I didn't know what it was. I thought it came like as an artifact or something. I didn't know what it was.
It was old, you know.
It was a rotary phone. I had no idea. So my family gave me my cell number and asked me to dial my cell number on this phone, and I didn't know how to do it. I did not know how to do it. I tried pressing things. It didn't work. It took me about 10 minutes, and then they had to show me that you have to use the thing to...
Mama Bell would not be happy about that.
I didn't know. Nobody taught me. Also, I'm 24. The only thing I knew was an iPhone. So, right?
Well, thank God technology continues to evolve.
Yeah, but it's so cool because... So, a question about that with spirit. So, when you are in like a... I don't want to say ancient because apparently that offends people, but like an older place.
With artifacts.
With artifacts.
iPhones from maybe 30 years ago.
With artifacts. Do the spirit associated with that place change to be older spirit, if that makes sense?
Typically speaking, no. If you leave your body, usually you'll be at your best if you're an adult when you pass. So that might be usually around the age of 25 or 30. However, if you're a young person or a kid, you'll grow to that point.
So interesting.
But what's funny though, people don't realize that a lot of our technologies actually originate in the other world, and then we, intuit that, type of technology.
I don't know how you guys did it with rotary phones. You sat there and doing circles?
Well,
come on.
Wait, then they came out with a more deluxe version. They had like this rectangular phone. When I was
Ooh,
growing up,
you fancy.
And you would just push the buttons.
You're fancy.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're very fancy. No, I don't know. I stood there trying to do it, but
Listen.
it's okay. It's the evolution of technology and the evolution of phones, but it's what connects us nowadays, so I love it.
Well, and it's even nice too with the phones that we have. You can actually pick up paranormal activity and pictures and all.
You've done it, yeah.
All the time, voices on the phone. So yeah, I gotta say, I love technology, and Apple will be coming out soon with another phone. I can't wait.
All for it. We need to get it. Love it.
We do. We both love like the updates. Usually, I think it's October. So
something like that.
Yes.
We'll stay tuned for more from the Karyn Reece Show with more readings, special guests, and all in between. Welcome back to the Karyn Reece Show. We are so excited to have our next guest with us, who is actually a Buffalo grad turned TikTok influencer who is hysterically funny. And now she is with us today on the show. Libby Walker, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you so much. What a great introduction. So happy to be here. And yes, Buffalonian I was for 4 years, but
yeah,
I enjoyed it while I could. So
I love it.
What did you like best, the snow or the snow?
The snow.
Trick question.
Right? Literally. Lake effects, theater, and of course those things are gone.
Frigid weather,
always being sick.
Well, tell us, so you're a recent UB grad, but now you're this famous TikTok influencer. Did you ever see your life changing this way or going this way?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, if there was ever a person to think that they had their shit together, excuse my language, like it would have been me. Like I thought I had this whole path ahead of me. And it just made sense, being from New York City, going to school in Buffalo. I was like, great, I'm doing a BFA, I'm acting. Then my last 2 years, I was like, great, I'm actually interested in the business and I actually enjoy actually making money. So let me do that. And I was also doing club promoting in the city. So I was like, I'm going to be that theater person that has, the business going and then club promoting on the weekend. And I'm actually going to make money and I'm actually going to be able to move out. And this is like the perfect plan. And I had experience with the talent agency, with the modeling agency. And I was working with Alan's Y. Bell my last semester, who is incredible. If you guys haven't seen Here Today, it is a must see. He's just been an incredible mentor to me. And even he was helping me figure out what to do with my life. But then COVID was like, just kidding. Anything that you possibly could have thought you were doing is just not happening. All shut down. And it was like the one thing I knew was people. And I've said this to you guys in passing. If people was a class, like I would ace it. And then it was like finally time to be alone. And I never had that much time to be alone. So everything kind of changed from there.
That's insane. So you are known on TikTok as the comedic sensation, Cheryl Cohen. Hilariously funny.
So funny.
Can you kind of explain how Cheryl came to be?
Yeah. So, at this point in my life, I'm realizing all my interviews are canceled. I'm not going home for spring break. And I was so excited to graduate, more so for the fact that I was going to be in the city. Not, okay, school's not happening anymore, but I'm stuck in Buffalo, living in the house alone. I even had roommates that were like away on vacation for spring break that didn't realize, the virus, whatever. The world was so crazy. So I was alone, and I knew that the only thing that would really get me to not be upset was to have some creative motivation. So I was like, TikTok's going to be my quarantine project. Made sense to me. And so I just started posting for fun. And then one day I get off the phone with my Jewish mom, and she's like, oh my God, what are we going to do? The Seder's coming up. Oh, no one knows how to use Zoom. Grandma doesn't know how to use Zoom. Your step grandma doesn't know how to use Zoom. Gary yelling at me, this, that. And I was like, okay, this was some conversation. I wonder what other people's Seders are going to be like. So I just get the camera and I'm like, Jewish mothers on Passover this year. And like with absolutely no intention, just kind of being like, oh, the levies can't come. Oh, what am I to make? Oh, and it kind of does well. And then I'm like, maybe that's my niche, because I kept hearing on TikTok, find a niche, find a niche. And here I am thinking it's the dancing app where you're like, whatever. And mind you, I cannot dance for the life of me. You can ask anyone who's in my theater program, who unfortunately had the pleasure of taking dance classes with me. So yeah, that was not my speed. So when I realized Jewish TikTok was my niche, everything kind of just made sense from there. I started making more videos. And then about a month in, I left. I went home, and it was like the week of Passover. So first day of Passover comes along, and I get a notification on my phone. TikTok mentioned you in their Instagram story. I just about shot my pants because I thought I was reading something wrong. I was like, first of all, why is this in my general DMs and not in my primary? Like the fact that I literally had to move a message from TikTok to my, so weird. But I literally thought I was delirious. So then after that, I think people started realizing that it wasn't just like a hobby, that it was actually going to be something that I continued doing. And people were like, how did you get posted? What did you say to them? I was like, nothing. And the craziest thing is, even to this day, that's not a video that has gotten the most traction or even had that much traction. It had less than 10,000 likes when they posted it. I had less than 10,000 followers. Like, if anything, it just gave me hope that with such little credibility on the app, I was already being seen. And just getting messages from different people being like, Libby, like, this was sent in my family chat. Oh my God, my camp friends like sent this to me, and I was just like, what? But it was like, you would probably think it was a calling, right? I mean, so that's kind of the whole shtick. And in regards to the name, people ask me, I think about the third video, I was just like Jewish moms in quarantine, and I was like spraying like Lysol, and I was like Cheryl Cohen, and it just came out. Like, I wish I could say there was a process. I was just like, that's it. That's a name. Like, it's stuck.
So here's a question. What advice would you give to people as far as if they want to expand their social media or get started in it? What advice would you recommend, Lib?
Consistency.
Oh.
Don't give up. Don't think twice about what you want to post. Maybe in the beginning, be more critical, but you know, let yourself breathe a little. Don't just say this isn't in my niche, so I can't post it. Because the second I started posting something different, I grew even more. So just this place, yeah, like the video I did, my first best video, with like 500,000 was me as Janice from Friends and singing driver's license. Like, you know, be creative, live life in a fun and entertaining way that you're not stressing for content. Because in the beginning, I feel like I was scrambling or I was worried I wasn't going to come up with enough things. Just live your life. You're going to look at the water bottle and let's say you're doing like a video for the day and you don't know what to do. And you'd be like, Jewish mom tastes bad water at the restaurant. Like, live your life in the sense that, you know, things just happen. Don't stress out for an idea because it's not going to be that great if you do that.
That's really good advice.
It's really good
Yeah,
advice.
very, because you always hear other things, but when you say not to stress and also consistency and to try new things,
Mhm.
love it. That's really, really good advice.
Absolutely.
So-
Don't be afraid to try and definitely, oh, one more thing. Don't let the people you actually know like interfere with what you're doing if you're getting positive feedback from people you don't know.
Good point.
Because you can have people tell you you're wasting your time, what are you doing? They don't find it funny. If people who don't even know you find something that you're doing interesting, keep doing it. Like, just because you're worried about what the girl from 4th grade who didn't like you or whatever, like, thinks, like, don't. Like, I know it is public and that could be scary, but like, don't think about the people you actually know. Think about how it's going to benefit you.
So if people want to get in touch with you or Cheryl Cohen or whatever, how can they best go about doing so?
Well, I'm really reliable. That's something I like to credit myself on. So if you want to DM me, and it's like Cheryl or TikTok related, Libby Amber Walker on Instagram is the best. I still answer on my personal account, which is Libby_W. My email is libbywalkernyc@gmail.com. You could Facebook me if you want to be old fashioned. I do the LinkedIn too. If you know any doctors or lawyers for some people I can set up, feel free to DM them there.
I love
Oh my
it.
gosh.
You're the best. We love you so much.
It is more than mutual. More than mutual.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Check her out because she's hilarious and
Beyond.
she's just, I've laughed so hard
You-
with her stuff.
Yes.
So thank you, Libby, for joining us
Thank you.
today.
Thank you guys.
Welcome back to the Karyn Reece Show. As always, anytime Karyn's around, spirit's around. So if you'd like to win your chance to win a reading with Karyn and connect with your past loved ones or hear about your future, you may do so by visiting our website at www.karynreece.com, spelled KarynReece.com. You can also visit us on Facebook at Karyn Reece Psychic Medium or on Instagram and on Twitter at Karyn Reece. In your submission, make sure you put your first and last name, your email address, your phone number, and why you deserve to win a reading. We have a very special winner with us, Brian, who wrote in on Facebook. Brian, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Karyn, take it away.
Who's got the February or March birthday around you? Your grandpa's talking about it. She's like mother, father, sister, brother. Go ahead.
My dad has a February.
I thought so. Yeah. I always put them in 2-month increments. Yeah. Cause I got a lot of your dad's side coming in. Yep. He's a good man, by the way. Are you real close to your dad?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Cause I saw that real close. Yeah. And I saw him talking about business with you in the future, which definitely tells me, yes, confirms that you're going to have like a little side business or an opportunity. Do you have a friend that works for UPS or FedEx or Postal Service yet?
I know somebody who used to be our postal worker well.
Oh, that's a good friend of yours? Yeah, he's thinking about it.
He became very friendly with our family.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if he's connected to your dad or whatever. It makes sort of sense. Just FYI on that. I just heard the name Steve too. Are you connected to a Steve, first or last name? Steve?
Steve? my dad's best friend is Steve.
You know, I almost said, is it your dad? And also I get another L sound like a Michelle L connection. Is it somebody your mom's can tell, like an L, Michelle?
I
Ellen.
know Michelle.
Oh, you know the Michelle? Who's this Michelle?
We all know Michelle.
Oh, okay. That's why I kept. What's that?
She knows a Michelle. I know a Michelle.
Yeah, your
The
mom.
same-
The same Michelle. That makes sense. Yeah, your mother
Yeah.
and Michelle have been friends and sisters in other lifetimes. I just want to put that out. Also, you and Andrew have been best friends in multiple lifetimes. Also, is there a Dan in the connection yet? A Danny? Dan?
His fiance's name is Danny.
Yeah, he's been married to Danny in multiple lifetimes. And I saw you and Andrew, Danny, and your, other half at some point traveling together as a foursome. So you should ask Ann and Dan. When Ann met Dan, did Ann feel like you always knew Dan? Because Dan always knew Ann and Ann always knew Dan. Yeah. Do you like to snorkel or do you like to dive? Do you like to snorkel? I saw you at some point in the Caribbean snorkeling. And then I see you at a trip to Australia and I saw you thinking about snorkeling or, I don't know, diving.
I know family members have always wanted to go to Australia. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why.
Yeah, your grandfather says you'll go. Yeah, and I saw you in
He
Australia.
was there. He's no longer, but he was in Australia.
Oh, yeah. But
Oh.
why am I saying that? Yeah, he says you should go. He says you'll go. And I don't know if you're going to snorkel or if you're going to, dive, but you're going to have a blast. And he said you'll have a good time. Keep that up. Keep doing that. The name Mike keeps coming up. Did I ask you that earlier about a Mike? To your father?
Mike.
I keep seeing that name too. So I'm seeing some different people around your parents. Your father with his good friends, and then I hear him talking about travels to Australia. So that looks to me like there's definitely going to be some good travels. Your grandfather says, once you go, you're going to want to go back. Have you thought about going to Australia? Because he loved it.
Yeah. He went there for work decades ago. But yeah, I thought of going there. So
Well, you'll have fun in the sun. Just put your SPF on, clearly.
yeah.
Yeah. Is there a Judy or a Julie connection? Is this somebody your mom's connected to? Julie.
Julie. She has a friend named Julie.
One of her good friends, I take it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I saw them talking about traveling, and those two have been sisters. Grandpa said in so many lifetimes, it's why they're back here again. So FYI on that. And your mother can't wait till down the road she becomes a grandmother of your grandchildren. You're gonna have some cute kids. Does she tell you that?
Yeah, she probably has. I could see that.
Yeah, and she'll be a good grand. Same with your dad. You'll be amazed at what they're doing. But you have great things ahead of you. I just saw Pennsylvania. Have you done any business in Pennsylvania?
I live in Pennsylvania.
Oh, you live in? Because your grandfather says Pennsylvania connection work, and I'm like, what? Did he work in Pennsylvania? What are you talking about? Oh, you're in Pennsylvania. Good news, your house is haunted with your grandfather in your Pennsylvania home.
Interesting.
Yeah, did you
Okay.
ever think your house is
He never lived in Pennsylvania, so that's interesting.
Oh yeah, but he knows where you live. He's in your hood. Yep, that's your neighborhood, your house. Very proud of you, and you've got.
Well, I should say one did, one didn't. So one lived in Pennsylvania, one didn't. So.
Well, yeah, they're laughing about the Pennsylvania connection. That house is haunted though. So, but it's okay. It's your family, so don't worry about that. So if you ever hear any doors that go open and close, is there a Kim or a Jim connection? Is that another friend of your mom's? Kim, Jim?
Kim, there's a cousin is married to a Kim, so, and then a Jim lives upstairs.
Oh, it's Jim that's upstairs to you.
Yeah.
His house is haunted too by your crazy grandparents.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you don't want to tell them unless you want to have like nobody upstairs where it's quieter.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about because they said close to you. I couldn't understand them. So that's how you know that your grandparents are with you. But you're doing such a good job. They're very, very proud of you. You're going to have a lot of fun with your guy friends and your guy friend travels. That'll be something you're going to do throughout your lifetime. So some of the people that we talked about may not be here right away. You may find 5 years, 10 years, whatever. They will come. There's always a connection, just so you know. Is there like a Sid?
Okay.
Go ahead. Is there a Sid?
A Sid?
Yeah.
I have a really good friend named, Sydney, but
Sydney.
I call her Sid.
Yeah, he loves Sid. He goes, yeah, my grandson's close to Sid. And you and Sid, you should take her to Sydney, Australia. There you go. And Grandpa said that. I'm like, that's a good one. But yeah, they keep coming back in. Your dad's dad, your mom's dad, like they're all like talking at once. But it was your dad's dad. This is, I like that Sid.
He was the one who was in Australia.
Yeah, that's one that I figured because he's the one that told me Australia. And then when you said that, he went like that. And I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. How funny is that? Yeah. And you and Sid have been together multiple lifetimes. Yeah. That's kind of cool. When you met Sid,
Yeah,
did you feel like you always knew Sid?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we became friends pretty quickly.
Yeah. And you know what I like about your relationship? You'll always be friends. So at the end of your life, you'll still have that friendship. You're really
That's
cute.
good.
Your grandfather
That's
said
so
you
fun.
should marry her. He likes her. Who's the Charlie? CJR.
Well, my grandmother who just passed in March on my mom's side,
That's the
she
March
had my grandfather who I never met, her husband, he had a sister named Charlotte.
Charlotte. Yeah, I almost said Charlotte. Yeah, she's here too. Your aunt and your grandma, obviously. That was in February, March. I knew it. Yeah. Grandma does visit you in your dreams, and Charlotte. I kept hearing Char. So Charlotte was there. There was like a whole big party for your grandma when she crossed over, just so you know. And she didn't feel fear, Brian, when she left her body. So you need to tell your folks that. And she said, I love you. And you gave me such peace of mind. Who was the Betty or Elizabeth? Was that a friend of hers? Elizabeth or Betty?
She had a friend named one of her good friends was named Betty.
Yeah, batshit crazy too, and a lot of fun, she said. Yeah.
Yeah, she is. She's still here, but she's pretty crazy.
She says, make sure you tell Betty it's beautiful here. They give you great parties and you never stop enjoying life, Graham said. She says, tell your mom to get hold of Betty. And
Okay.
you'd be very proud. And she confirmed she's in your house haunting it too. But she likes Jim upstairs.
She did she lived here. She lived here for several years. She did like Jim.
Yeah, she just told me that. She goes, she used to live there. Yeah, that's what she said. So give Jimmy my best, she said, and your family.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Brian, for joining us today. Hopefully this gave you the peace and the closure that you needed. Karyn, thank you. And of course, Spirit, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.
Take care.
Welcome back to the Karyn Reece Show. As always, if you would like to connect with Karyn, you may do so by visiting her website at www.karynreece.com, spelled KarynReece.com. You can also call our office phone at 716-580-2520. If you'd like to follow her on Facebook, you may do so at Karyn Reece Psychic Medium or on Instagram and on Twitter at Karyn Reece. You can also send her an email at Karyn, Karyn, and then the little @ sign, KarynReece.com, and you can give suggestions as to who you would like to see on the show, if you would like to win a reading, or anything in between. Awesome.
You always amaze me.
Thank you.
You have that, you just memorize it. Always amazing, you know?
Thank you. We have our phones.
We do.
I know, because I'm addicted and I can't let go of mine.
Well, I can't let go of it either.
I know.
I know. I just got a message as we're talking.
I know. I feel like I have to text you how we want to talk about for the next show.
Oh, well, you know, it's kind of funny because I just got something funny and I just thought of a great idea too.
I'm going to text you
I don't
my
know if you got
response.
my text.
I did. And look, you can look at mine.
That is actually a really good idea. And I think you're being psychic. That's hilarious.
I think that's what we should do for the next show. Well, thank you, Karyn. I'll put away my phone for right now. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode of The Karyn Reece Show.